What up, 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 what up? It's your boy Unkasa. You tuning in for another episode of Unkasa's True Hip Hop Story. This is episode 23. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, your comments, your donations. Very appreciated. Today's merch sponsors by my guys over at Diligent and A None. Thank you for the t-shirt. 8 a.m. in the morning albums on the way. WeBeautifulPeople.com. Divine Sons. Shout out to y'all for the t-shirt. Salute. Shout out to my other sponsors over at Bel Air. Thank y'all for the sponsors and the boxes y'all send every month. The merch. Told y'all I was gonna rock some of the merch too. So this is one of those good old Bel Air hats to match with the diligent and A None 8 in the morning t-shirt. Thank y'all for over there at that. You know I have to match it up with a hat. Like I said, shout out to my sponsors over at Bel Air. You know I have to bring the pink bottles out for today. Y'all know it's Rolling Loud weekend, so I've just been running into everybody and they've been hitting me off with flavors. So first off, we gonna always shout out my boy over at Sunny Packs. Thank you, my brother. He always bring me the flavors. What he bring me? Punch breath and cookies and cream. Shout out to my guy Sunny Packs. Shout out to my guy Flush. What's up, Flush? My guys over at Buds and Roses, Purple Wookiees, and Banana Breath. Thank y'all over at Buds and Roses. Thank y'all. Shout out to my bro Luca Brasi. He got that gumbo. You know, shout out to my dogs. He got that gumbo. Jokes up. Y'all already know what that is. Jokes up. Shout out to my runs guys. And I appreciate y'all that's looking out for me, man. For y'all know, y'all slow asses roll up. For my guys that's already rolled up, light up, pull up. You know, we gonna have fun today. This is kind of like a serious episode. This is called Violence in Hip Hop. Slash when I met Tekashi 6ix9ine. So like I said, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all like another like 30 seconds to start rolling up. And I'm gonna light up and we gonna get into the story. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a mixture of a bunch of different stories, so bear with me today. I ain't seen y'all in a few days. This is episode 23, so we gonna get into it. Here, man, you ain't never got no light. So, this weekend was the Rolling Loud tour, and it happened to stop in New York City at City Field in Queens, you know, where the Mets play at. Dope concert, shout out to Rolling Loud. But a few artists from New York show was canceled due to, they say, gang violence. And it's a sad situation because these young guys that's in the music business and the environments they from, they just trying to change their life. And sometimes your past haunts you. So you gotta be mindful of what you getting yourself into, especially in this music business. I heard they took Pop Smoke. Shout out to Pop Smoke. I love his music. Shout out to my boy Don Q. Shout out to the whole High Bridge, the label A Boogie, Baby Dubai, everybody, QP, everybody over there. 2Gs, I believe, was also canceled, and a few others, and it had me thinking like they got their eye on this heavy, especially since this Tekashi 6ix9ine case. They eyes is on this heavy, y'all. So we gotta be really mindful and really safe out there because we've been under investigation as a culture. They've been investigating hip hop for so long, and it's just that sometimes we give them easy help by the actions that we put out there while we conducting our music business. You know what I'm saying? So Shout out to all those artists that didn't get to perform and all that. And I hope in the future y'all get to perform in New York at a Rolling Loud or something to that magnitude. Now, I wasn't really familiar with his music at first, but at the time everybody was telling me about this Gummo record. Gummo record. Gummo. Everybody was like, yo, it remind me of the PC Bird Gang record. Yo, I think, they looped it. Everybody was just telling me it had that same energy that we once had when we was doing our music coming up early. And so one day I'll go to the YouTube, and I said, let me check out this guy that they talking about. And I turned on the Gummo video. And when I looked at it, I felt something was kind of out of place, because I'm like, for Shorty image and for the people that surrounding him, it really don't mix. So, I'm a good judge of character, and I was just like, I hope Shorty keep it on music. You know what I'm saying? I hope he keep it on music and just using this shit for imagery. But as I started seeing him on social media and his antics, I was like, Shorty on his road to destruction. And if somebody don't stop that shit gonna end very, 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 very nasty. So I met Shorty on 2 occasions after I got familiar of who he was. When I first really was doing my research, he was more like on his punk rocker shit. And then you can see as time passed that he was influenced by something else. So first time I met Tekashi 6ix9ine, I was going to the Dipset reunion concert at Rap Caviar. And it was so much going on that night that it was a weird feeling in the air that night, because it was a few situations going on. And I just kind of was like trying to distance myself from all the negative energy, because like I said, on this platform we selling positive internet energy. We selling pies over here. So I'm standing like on the corner talking to a couple of promoters I know, and I see this large group of people like walking down the avenue, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And as they got closer, I can start to see the rainbow hair flying, and he had probably like 100 people with him, and he had the red bandana like a cape, like that shit was long as a sheet, and he had it like draped over his head, flying like a Superman cape, and he was in front of the pack, and he had just wild homies with him. And I was just like, wow, Shorty, like, he got a movement going on. And shout to Mel Murder. I've known Melly for about 20 years, since the Dipset days, and Mel was actually with him that day, and Mel had said what up to me. It was like, yo, what up, Unnie? What up? He called me Unnie and shit. He was like, yo, Unnie, what up with you, bro? You good? Good? I'm like, yo, I'm good. He was like, yeah, we about to go up in this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I was looking at the energy and the individuals that Shorty had around him, and I was like, damn, Shorty kind of got like some real niggas around him. So I knew that he was well protected. And I was just like, they gotta keep him as far as away from this shit as possible because he's making noise and he's making a lot of money. So if anything go down, which it did, from being a smart individual, you seen it from the beginning because Shorty knew he had power and he knew he had money and he knew the money and the power controlled any and everything around him. And when I met him, we spoke. I met him on two occasions. I met him with Mel Murder, and I also met him with my homeboy Snubs. Shout out to my homeboy Snubs. Snubbalito, shout out. Dope MC from Harlem. I knew him since he was a baby. And he came to one of my homegirl Sexy Lexi sessions to come see Snubs and shit. And he was well spoken, very intelligent, very articulate, got a hell of a lot of charisma. But it was just something that was off about him because I was like, with a person that got so many good qualities, why is he trying to go out his way to be a person that you can obviously see that he's not? So I started researching Shorty even more, and I was just like, if Shorty don't stop this shit, somebody, him or somebody around him is gonna get hurt very bad. And I would just, after that, I just kept bumping into Shorty like in the clubs and all that. And every time he see me, he'd be like, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? He would be with Shotty. Shout out to Shotty, free Shotty. And I had a conversation with Shotty over FaceTime one time, and I was like, yo, it's good that Shorty got y'all around him, but keep him out the street shit. Shorty got a genius mind, and he also know what he doing, but don't let him pull himself deep into where these people, and we all know who the people are, to want to get into y'all business. Like, keep all that street antic shit away from. If y'all niggas want to stay in the streets, stay in the streets, but y'all are making lucrative money to where y'all can feed y'all families, and it's time to put the nigga mentality shit the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making more money and the money that y'all always want to make in life, but y'all gotta keep the street shit out of it. And then as time kept going on, I just kept Shorty being more reckless and more reckless and more reckless and more reckless. And I was like, he's around some real dudes, so it's inevitable for some shit to go down. And then you start seeing the videos popping up and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, damn. I spoke to Shotty, man, about this shit. Told him to keep Shorty out the way. He don't need to be a part of that, because if it go down, he's not gonna be the one that's going through the bullshit. So I was just like, yo, damn. Shorty got a bunch of real ones with him. I hope this shit like play in his favor, because as I had a couple of conversations with him, and Shorty's very intelligent and he knew what he was doing. So a person that know what he was doing, he also know what he was getting himself into. But I think he ain't really know to the extent of how far it can go when you in the street shit, mixing this street shit with this music shit. I remember the night Lil Wayne got locked up. We was at the Beacon Theater. We all went. They gave Wayne such a hard time at that show. They was checking Wayne for about 35, maybe 45 minutes. The star, the headline of the show, checking him for weapons and stuff. You know, that's when Weezy had the outburst. He never wanted to perform in New York no more. And that's the same show he got locked up at. Which I didn't know was Lil Wayne tour bus wasn't the only one that got pulled over that night. A bunch of us got pulled over. Once that concert was over, anybody and everybody that performed or showed up at that show was under surveillance by hip-hop police and was pulled over as they left the show. First person that was pulled over was Wayne. They got Wayne bus. And mind you, it might have been out the jurisdiction, but Wayne's gun was licensed, and he still had to do time for that. So Wayne's bus was pulled over. Ja Rule, Rolls Royce was pulled over, and authorities followed Jewel's car all the way to Harlem. So one after one, cars was pulled over and stuff was found. They pulled Wayne car over. I mean, his tour bus over. They found the handgun. They pulled Ja Rule's car over. They found another handgun. When they pulled us over, we was in Jewel's White Phantom. They pulled us over approximately on 155th and Broadway on a downtown side across from the mobile station. Pulled us over, snatched us out the car, ran all through the car, asked where's the weapons at. I was like, yo, you know we got your boy Lil Wayne and Ja Rule. And we was like, get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, yeah, we got your boy Wayne and Ja Rule. They both had handguns in they automobiles. So they ain't find nothing. And we gets back in the car, and I think we go back to the studio, and we just chilling, and then that's when, as we going back towards the studio, we on the radio, yeah, Ja Rule car was pulled over, Lil Wayne tour bus was pulled over, they was found with weapons and all that. So, from day one, since Pac and Biggie got killed, we've been under heavy surveillance. Even the day Big got killed, he was followed by the feds, and this is how I don't understand. If he was followed by a federal agent, the feds, the agency, and how the fuck they ain't see who killed them? How the fuck they don't know? It's been 20-something years. This man's been deceased, and this murder is still unsolved. How could a murder be unsolved and the feds was watching them? If the feds is watching you, you damn near under 24-hour surveillance. So you know when a nigga going to eat at, what bitch he fucking with, what he wore that day, how y'all ain't see nobody come up there and rock big. And this is the same thing of when I first met the Smurters. Shout out to Rowdy and Bobby. When I first met them, I also told them, man, y'all gotta rock and try to keep the street antics down. Y'all young kids, y'all got it. Y'all getting to the bag right now, and they watching. They gonna watch you. They waiting for one slip up. And I woke up one day and I'm watching it, probably like New York One or one of them stations, and they saying they had the whole GS9 locked up, and I was like, yo, damn, it never fails. Like, soon as kids try to change their life, niggas get caught up in this game. And I always tell all my young dudes that I know is in the streets and I know they got talent, I tell them, pick one. Is either you gonna be a fucking street nigga or you gonna be a fucking superstar. Pick one. There's no in between. You cannot be in, think you're gonna rap and still be in the streets with this extra curriculum gangster bullshit. You cannot do it. It cannot happen. And like, these guys watch our videos. They see if we brandishing hammers and weed and coke, and these guys not stupid. And what makes it even more obvious, these guys put up, oh, these is props in the video. Like, come on, they're like, it's no need to show a prop in a video. So they know it's real. So that's what put the agencies and these little hip hop cop little task force on y'all, because they see what y'all doing in the videos. Niggas show everything. Niggas show everything nowadays. How to press up checks, how to kill niggas. From the era, we didn't tell about none of this shit. We didn't grow up in the social media to post that type of shit. And real gangsters, I remember, I ain't gonna say no names. I remember I took a picture. I was in Miami and I took a picture of somebody. He came over and he broke my camera. And nigga probably gave me like $500-$600 for a disposable camera. He's like, yo, bro, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't take pictures. And I had to respect that. And I always was thinking, I was like, man, this rap shit is helping feeding all of our families. I'd be damned if I fuck it up doing some shit that I could have stayed in the streets to do. That's why things like with GS9 happen, things like with Tekashi and the non-trades happen, because when you got a bunch of young people and they focus is on getting the money and still being connected to the streets, it's easy to slip in a stool pigeon. It's easy to slip in a decoy. It's easy because your guard is down and you're not paying no attention to the shit because your ego's flaring. You're getting money. You're moving around. You're fucking bitches. You're doing all these things you always wanted to do finally, but you're not doing it from no street shit. You're doing it from music. But you want to portray that your money is still coming from the streets. Why? We can talk about what we once did or what we around and what inspires and what motivates us and what we see every day. But as far as being in tune, as being active, you cannot be active. You cannot think you're going to be an active shooter or an active robber and get in the music business and situations don't happen. These situations will always happen. You know why? Because we don't respect transition. You got to respect the transition of your life. That's what happens. That's why God gives it and God take it away. Because he be like, God will give it to you. Be like, yo, you've been suffering long enough. Let me give this that you've been working so hard for, right? Then you get the money that God gives you, the opportunities and the blessings that he give you, and you smack him in his face by taking clean money and going to buy bricks and guns and weed and putting the pollution back in the hood where we always try to strive and get the fuck away from. Any real drug dealer, any real hustler is to strive to get the fuck away from that shit as possible. Nobody wants to be in the game forever. That's what the show Power is showing. It's showing the parallels of a nigga want to change his life and you still connected to motherfuckers that can possibly pull you back in. When you are in trying to clean your slate and trying to start a new life, you got to cut each and everything that shit is a part of, even if it's people or situations. You gotta leave those motherfuckers alone, because if you not, you gonna get caught right back up in the shit you're trying to leave, because you never left. You are supposed to change when you get money. You're not supposed to change on some egotistic shit into where people not liking you or respecting you, but you supposed to change your address, your kid's schooling, your manifestation of being a man supposed to change. Nothing else. But some people let this money run their mind. They just go off on money. I know people that just go off on money and they think the money, but it's just like, oh, like, what are you gonna do with money if a nigga blow your fucking brains out? Or if the cops come get you tomorrow, what are you gonna do with the money? But get a lawyer. When we get this money, we gotta we got to invest it and keep making it work and pull the motherfuckers that we need to pull up with us, pull them in so they can also pull up motherfuckers with them. That's how you start generational wealth, by one hand helping the other and the other hand helping the other and the other hand helping the other. But you cannot start generational wealth from crack or dope or weed money. It's not going to work. The game is over. It's good. If you ain't come up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, early 90s, and maybe uh, early 2000s, the game is over. I know crack fiends that smoke weed. They want weed now. The game is over. So all my guys that's trying to get in this music business, if you get in this music business, get in the music business to get in to tell your story. But the extracurricular, if you think you still gonna be banging and being a gangster, these motherfuckers is watching you and they got plenty of room. Plenty of room. As I speak, somebody's building a jail right now for your black, Latino, Hispanic, Jamaican, Honduran ass. It ain't no color line with this shit. It ain't no color line. It ain't nothing. They got it for all gangs. You see what they just did to Junior and Killers? They gave them natural life. They never coming home from a situation, from being a part of some shit in the streets that still going on in the music business. But we gotta differentiate. If I said the word right, excuse me on my pronunciation, but we gotta separate the street shit and the music shit. You gotta choose. Cause if you try to get in this music shit and you trying to still be a gangster, you're gonna go to jail. And you're also gonna make it hot for a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that's doing the same thing like you. Why? Because they gonna start watching. So this episode wasn't about no fancy story. I just gave you a couple of, you know, situations that I've been around and seen. I've met the kid Tekashi. He's a much smarter kid than what he showed. And you see what it gets you when you fake the funk on this gangster shit. You can't be a CB4. You can't be a Gusto. You cannot be a motherfucker that's around gangsters and you not gangster. If you're around gangsters, know what this gangster shit is. Because if you not a gangster and you're around a bunch of gangsters and they go down and them people come to snatch motherfuckers up, you're going to be the first to tell because you don't know the codes of the street. He was a civilian from the jump. He was a civilian from the jump. So a lot of the stuff that we tagging them with and all that stuff, it don't even apply to him. Because he was a civilian, he was never a gangster. He got caught up in the CB4. And if some of y'all youngsters never seen CB4, go watch that movie. It's on Fire Stick, whatever. Go find the movie CB4, and that's what that is. A guy that want to be a gangster rapper took a whole guy's image from the streets, and what happened? Go see them. Go watch the movie. That's all that's going on. A whole bunch of CB4 shit. But I feel for Mel Murder and Shotty because these guys have kids, and shout out to Nuke, and you know these is guys that I know just from the music biz, you know, and they They stand-up dudes. They all right guys. They got families just like everybody else, and it's just a sad situation. This is what happened when you mix fake gangster shit with real gangster shit. Because at the end of the day, all the real gangsters fall. All the fake motherfucking gangsters, they go home. Boy got a $10 million record deal. And motherfuckers is going to spend the next decade and a half incarcerated for some shit that he was involved with. But when the time came to stand up and be a real man and take the fall with all the rest of them, niggas was like, I'm not going out like that. Y'all niggas did it. I was never a gangster. And it didn't take him to tell on nobody. So for people to know that. People involved knew that. Well, if any lesson that y'all take from this episode, don't let money take your mind and your third eye off of what's really going on. Never let the money blind you. I'm going to say it again. Keep your third eye open. Don't let the money blind you. Because that's what it be. The money blinds us. And it takes our third eye and our antennas frequencies off. Because we're blinded by the money. We're chasing by the money. And this is what happens when money, greed, envy, jealousy, music, and all that shit plays in a whole pot together. Some of those ingredients don't mix. You cannot mix this shit. Something you gotta take out. So until next time, this is episode 23. Hip hop law enforcement when I met Tekashi episode, and until next time, roll some, light some, smoke some, share something. I'm out. And like I said, shout out to the sponsors over at Bel Air. All my guys that sent me flavors. And very appreciated. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yo man, to all my young dudes, man, my platform is for nothing but positive internet energy. If you want to come here to learn something, you want to hear some dope stories, this is where you come, man. And until next time, I'm out. God bless.